Hey, Monica Dubay here, going live on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook. And that's what I love about Restream. So just so you're aware, I'm going to be talking a little bit about this book, Think and Grow Rich for Women by Sharon Lechter. Really quickly, the first 15 minutes of this topic today, I was out running and I decided I was just going to throw on a jacket and meet you right as I am and not try to fix everything and look perfect on camera, and just let you know how much I really care about you. And I really care about helping you elevate and get to the next part of your life, whatever that is, if it's a higher level or just a deeper experience of yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you really want in life. What are you committed to? So every day I go out for a run and I'm usually, scrambling to get showered and look perfect for camera. And I decided not to do that today and to just show up as myself. So here I am. And just so you know, often people are looking for people they can relate to. So when you get really clear that you don't have to be perfect at all, and a lot of women struggle with that, we're always trying to look good. And I gave that up a while ago, and I realized that giving up that idea of being perfect actually sets me free to just be who I am and be whole and complete within myself and not have to prove anything to anyone. So that's a huge milestone. I think it's a huge transformation that a lot of people struggle with. Um, and I just wanted to share that I don't know how anyone else does this, but this is how I did it, and it's all in this book. It's funny how you do stuff and you go through life, and then suddenly you read a book and you're like, oh yeah, that's what I've been doing. But this book really shows you how to use your mind and your thoughts and your imagination really to create the life that you desire. And that's all that I've ever been wanting for anyone, is to create a life that you desire, because you are a creator. You're not stuck. You're not a victim of the world you see. That's from A Course in Miracles that I've been teaching for 25, 30 years now. And it's really about seeing that you don't have to keep going the way you've been going. That if you really want to have change, it takes something. It takes your decision to change something about your life, to get very clear about what you really want. Okay. Man, the hardest thing to do these days for me is to coach someone who has no idea what they want and no idea what makes them happy, and is always thinking and in their head about it. Come down into your heart, everybody. You got to get into your body. You got to get into your heart and stop trying to work it out in your intellect, because your intellect only knows what it knows. And you're looking for what's out beyond that known, right? Into the unknown. That's where all the fun is. That's where all the adventure is to help you step beyond what you know. Okay. So Napoleon Hill wrote, your ability to use the principle of auto-suggestion, which is really about being focused and clear about what you want. It's going to depend largely upon your capacity to concentrate upon a given desire. So you have to know what that desire is. What do you want? Maybe it's freedom and it's just a feeling. It's just an experience. I want freedom. I want joy. I want happiness. I want to be fit. I want to feel happy. I want to be healthy. And I want to know that my life has meaning, and I want to be able to impact and have a positive impact on people. Okay, so knowing what that is, it's got to become a burning obsession. And I love that he said that, because for me, it absolutely was a burning obsession to find out why I was so stuck and why my thoughts were all about fear. And I got really clear that I would be willing to devote my whole life to this, to discovering how to free the mind from fear. And I found it. So here it is. The principles are that your mind is not limited to your conditioning. Your conditioning is what you've been swimming in your whole life. In other words, like you grew up and it just kind of happened that you were in a family that had certain beliefs. You maybe were raised in a certain religion, and all that's not a problem. It's just that, does it serve you today? Do you want to challenge that, or do you want to go deeper into that, right? For me, I wanted to go deeper into the experience of what it means to have a religious and spiritual life. What does it mean to go deeper without having to, for me, buy into the establishment, right? Find my direct contact. So it was different, and it challenged everyone around me, especially my family, because they were like, no, you need to go back to the church. And I'm like, well, I don't think so. I'm going to see. But it turns out that I had a very deep calling to helping people heal. And I had to do it in my own way and blaze my own trail. So I had a burning obsession with, stepping out of the status quo and shedding the matrix and getting out of the way people think, the way I was brought up to think with right and wrong and all that. And to see there's a whole different way of living in the world where you're free. You're free of the constraints of what you've been brought up to think or believe about yourself. So the principle is so very important, she says. This is Sharon Lechter. What Hill is referring to is a word that, if learned to practice, brings unlimited rewards. Imagine, right? Because we're talking about growing rich, which in my mind is on all levels. Freedom from fear, you're rich. Freedom from being sick, you're healthy and rich. Freedom from lack of money, you're rich. Freedom from worry, you're rich. And freedom from the past and all the constraints that you've put on yourself, all those chains that have bound you to living a limited life, which are not true anyway. Okay. So the principle is so very important. The first two components of focus are: one, intention, having a very powerful intention for your life today, not next year. Don't wait till 2022. Don't wait till next year. Do it today. What is your intention today for the next 24 hours? And then attention. So paying attention to what's needed for you to have that kind of experience. So intention and then attention. And it's the key to manifesting your greatest desires. Now, see, this is really like something, it's a nugget. It's not just a nugget, it's a key principle of how this works. Being super clear about what you want, being willing to do it, being willing to take the risks, get beyond your status quo, do things a little differently, shake up your life a bit, let go of people that don't serve you, that attack you or that aren't supportive of you. Say thanks and goodbye. It's time for me to move on and find new friends that are going to help me. Okay. The more you simply practice attention and intention, the more you will experience what you desire, freedom. Okay, before you experience it in its full physical manifestation. I'm so tongue-tied today because I'm so excited. The physical comes about after you say what it is you want. So you've got to declare it to the world. You've got to think it first. What do you want? Declare it to the world. Your word matters because there's nothing there until you say it. And then it's your word about it, right? Your word in the matter. All right. And then you get to experience it in its full manifestation physically. But it happens here first, and it happens in the brain first, where you really put yourself in another state of mind and go deep into what you really want. Okay. Not only what you want, but what will the experience of having it or being it be like? Because having and being are not separate. I have freedom. I am free. I have wealth. I am wealth. I have, good relationships. I am in relationship to everything and everyone. That's the key. And that's what's actually true. Okay. So as you carry out the first 6 steps described in the first chapter, you got to go back and read the chapter, and we're going to do more of this. You get very clear about your desires. You focus not only on exactly how much money you desire, but what that's going to feel like to have it, what that's going to do. That's why people often say, no, I don't want that much money because I'm afraid of what it's going to do to my life. When in fact, it's going to free you, but you don't see it that way, right? So you got to look at that. Like, do I really think that more money is going to make me happier? And if you say no, you won't get it. But if you say yes, it will. It'll help me to impact more people. It'll help me to, be freer, to go travel, to go here, go there, meet people, have more opportunities, right? It's going to open doors. See it as a way into a world of opportunity rather than holding yourself back into this fear of the unknown, right? Okay, so if your goal is money, how much more freedom will you feel with that amount of money? Will it make you feel freer to have it? And hopefully it will, because otherwise you won't attract it. So what burdens now will be lifted? What burdens will be lifted? There you go. That's what we really want. Let's have our burdens be lifted today. I always help people take off their burdens. They're like a backpack and drop them. Like, what is it that's really holding you back today? Let's take it off. It's a backpack of rocks or something very heavy, bowling balls, and just drop it. I'm an energy healer, so this works every single time. But do these things that help you release what's been holding you back. And I teach all this in my programs. So women are feeling creatures. God made us to be that way for very important reasons. We're feeling beings. Feelings are a part of our being. And they shouldn't be ruling our lives, but they are a part of our lives, okay? Our mind is more powerful than our feelings. So what burdens now will be lifted? How will having this amount of money or impact affect your joy? The joy and freedom of having what you want, or going for a run, having a life that you truly enjoy. Like I get to look at the birds outside my window and the lake. Like I never imagined this I imagined it, but I didn't, I couldn't plan how it was going to happen. But I get to have what it is I desire, because I'm truly committed to having a life I desire. Joy, freedom, happiness, and helping others to get the same. Okay, so we're feeling creatures. Our brains have an elaborate connected neural network. You get that? A neural network. This is why everybody's talking about brain science lately. Between the right and left hemispheres. Okay, so your thinking brain and your feeling brain. Your artist, your creative part of you is your right brain. Your left brain is the analyzer, the one that's putting it into practice. You need both. You need to be able to connect to both sides of your brain. But we feel things intuitively, and then we process them intellectually. So we feel things intuitively. We allow the intuitive to direct us, and then we think about it with our brains. Okay, it's a God-bestowed gift, unique to women. I don't know if that's true. I think men have it too. I think they're just much more focused on the external and the world around them, and women tend to be really concerned about helping and impacting others and helping the world improve. Now, men are that way too. Please don't think I'm like biased. I'm just saying there's this divine feminine energy, which is more about nurturing, caring for the earth and the people on the earth and children. We have that built in. And men are developing that as well too. It's the divine masculine, which we both have. We have both divine and feminine aspects to us. The feminine is the receptor, receiving, allowing, letting it flow, being a little more at ease with life, letting it come to you, right? Attract people to you rather than going, go, go, go. I got to get out there. Got to go make it happen. Got to do it. Got to go. You need both, right? Because you need to be able to be receiving and then doing. So receiving and then doing. All kidding aside, we really do. We have a super highway to the intuitive. That's what, those of us who are waking up, we have a super highway to the, and it is a superpower to connect to the divine and being able to connect and discover who you really are and what you really want in life. Okay, so maybe you just want more peace. A lot of people come to me and they're like, I have everything I want. I just want peace. I'm in turmoil over something that happened years ago, or my divorce, or my husband died, or or my wife left me. I'm in turmoil over something emotionally. That is also going to keep you from being, alive and in joy in your life. So hand over the thought suggestion to your imagination. Here it is. A lot of this is about letting go of it. Once you know what you want and you put it out there and you say, okay, I want this much money and I want to do this with it. I'm going to give back to the earth in this way or to people in this way, because it's not just about you getting, but it's about you giving, right? That's the answer, is giving. So your book, or however you need to write a book. I can help you do that, because I love helping authors, get their ideas on paper. Didn't even think I was going to say that, but since I've been publishing for a while, I realize how much I enjoy putting my thoughts down on paper. I always have. And publishing my book really helped me tremendously. So women are feeling creatures. So hang out in your imagination for a while, especially right now before the end of the year. Really start hanging out in your imagination and really start to examine, what is it I really want now? What do I want to experience in the next couple of years? Let's say in the next 6 months to 5 years. I wouldn't even put 5 years. To me, that seems like a long time from now, because I started my business only 6 years ago. And it's, it's really taking off. Like, it's helped me grow so much emotionally and spiritually and financially. It's helped me to really connect to people and to grow and really, I guess, discover who I am, right? Because that's what we really all want in the end, is to discover, who am I? What do I want, right? So that's what this is about. And that's what my mastermind is going to be about too, is helping you discover what you really want and helping you see that you can have it. You just need to get the support to get there and do this work. All right. Think and Grow Rich. And A Course in Miracles as well. So I have those 2 programs coming up this year that I'm so excited about. Because A Course in Miracles is how I woke up. It's a path. It's a mind training. It helps you release your mind and create your life with love, really. Like, forgive yourself for the past, let go of what you're thinking about yourself, and free yourself so that you can step into a whole lot more power and a whole lot more love and a whole lot more, I'd say, connection to the divine or to your higher self. And know that you have the support of the spiritual world with you. You absolutely have their support. And if you don't know about that and you want support with that, I can help you as well. I have a lot of friends that are coming around now that want to do some very deep intuitive work on themselves. So thank you for listening. Think and Grow Rich is all about using your thoughts and your beliefs to create a life you love, which is what I've been doing for over 30 years. And being open to the idea that you can let go of the past pretty quickly. Once you know how, you have the tools and you have the ideas, and you're going to be able to get there. So I'm going to share with you again this book, Think and Grow Rich for Women by Sharon Lechter. And why her? Well, she was the one behind Robert Kiyosaki, among others. She actually was the one that got Napoleon Hill's book back out into the world. She's a master at publishing and financial freedom, and she's amazing with that. So I love her energy. I love how she's very spiritual and also very helpful to women and people in general, but really wants to be impacting women right now to help us elevate. That's why she wrote this book, because we are different. The Napoleon Hill was great but it was written for men, and it was written for, the innovators back in the 20s and 30s of 1920s and 30s. And now we're in the 2020. Can you believe? I mean, I'm just kind of shocked that I just said that. Like, I'm still having trouble with the whole time idea. So 2014 is when she published this. It's only 7 years ago. So it's 7-year itch, right? Let's do it. Let's get this Think and Grow Rich and do this together. I would love to help you. So if you want to know more, please reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook. And you can also go to monicadubé.com and you'll get my website, and you can sign up for my free gift, which is all about creating your life, and is a program on how to do these steps that I've just talked about. It's all free. It's a video program. It'll help you get started. And then it also has a guided meditation on how to get your sabotaging beliefs out of the way, because sometimes we stop ourselves. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I love you, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.